been building model airplanes since I was about 12 years old, and just kept doing it, and thought one day I'll build one of these. At the time that I decided to build this, I was flying a Piper Dakota and flew that for about 8 years, and then said, it's time. This one was like putting together a large plastic model. The fuselage came in 3 pieces, the wings came in 3 pieces, the horizontal stabilizer and the rudder came in 2 pieces. I think the hardest part of getting things right was when I was ready to cut the holes for the landing gear well. It seemed like I measured on that thing for a week, and every time I'd measure it, it moved just a little bit. And I finally got it down to where it was within a 64th of an inch on each side. So I said, it's time to cut. So I went ahead and put the saw to it, and they came out just right. Well, the kit arrived in, I believe it was October of 1984. And I put the plate on under the tail there in 1992. So it was basically 8 years. On the first test flight, I was a little nervous. I had a friend and a trusted pilot flying with me, a former Navy pilot that flew F-4s off of carriers. And we had a couple of parachutes, which the museum has now. We wore those on the first flight. Everything went so well, we said, to heck, we're not gonna get cramped up like this again.
So when he presented the fact to me that he might be interested in building a Glasair, I understood, and it sat well with me. It was much easier for Gary to have an airplane in the basement and to construct it in the basement than at the airport, because I always knew where to find him. Our daughter Lori was a junior in college at the time, and our 2 sons, Jeff and Brant, were in the 8th and 9th grade, so we all had our responsibilities, and we knew what to do, but he always took time for the family, and that's what was so important. I guess my biggest challenge was always getting him up to come up for dinner at the right time.
The best thing I liked about the airplane was how it handles. It's what I call a think and do airplane. If you want to make a turn to the right, by the time you start to make a move with the control stick, you're already going to the right, or to the left, up or down. It's very stable directionally. It's fast. That may be why I only got a limited number of hours in it, because it goes so fast you get there. You just don't have much time to fly. Ran into a friend of mine who formerly operated Dallas Bay Airport. I asked him about the museum. Our oldest son took the bull by the horns and started calling around. The first person he called was Christine, and she immediately got on the phone to Pete and got everything set up.
One of my favorite memories, I think, in this plane was Daddy took me to the Knoxville Zoo. We flew up there in the Glasair and just had a wonderful father-daughter day. It was something I'll never forget.
It was just a good experience, and to know that Gary did something that he really wanted to do and felt great accomplishment in what he did, because not everybody can build an airplane. And I was just really proud of him. And I never saw the garage look as immaculate in my life as it was when he was building that plane. That floor was spotless, and I'd like for you to sit now.